तुझ नमो ओंकार स्वरूपा सद्गुरु समर्था ओंकार स्वरूप
Buongiorno, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Ci inchiniamo davanti a te. Buongiorno, fratelli e sorelle. Facciamo namaskar davanti a nostra madre e ci alziamo la Kundalini.
Good morning, Sri Mataji. We bow to you. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Let us do namaskar. We raise our kundalini and we give ourselves abundance.
तुझ नमो तुझ नमो तुझ नमो तुझ नमो तुझ नमो
ओंकार स्वरूपा सद्गुरु समर्था ओंकार स्वरूपा सद्गुरु समर्था अनाथा जागता तुझ नमो तुझ नमो तुझ नमो तुझ नमो
Shri Ganesha, ti chiediamo umilmente di aiutarci in questa meditazione. Noi desideriamo comprendere e arrenderci al volere di Dio.
Sri Ganesha, we humbly ask you for your help in this meditation. We want to understand and to surrender to God's will.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Ascoltiamo adesso una breve introduzione sull'Omkara fatta dal maestro Arunapte. Let's listen to a short introduction regarding Omkara by Arunapte.
The manifestation of Adi Shakti and Omkar took place at one single moment of time. When Sri Adi Shakti manifested, a holy sound was created. That is called Omkar. This Omkar is a primordial music. La manifestazione dell'Adi Shakti e quella dell'Omkar sono avvenute nello stesso identico momento. Quando Sri Adi Shakti si è manifestata, ha creato un suono sacro, divino, chiamato Omkar. Questo Omkar è la musica primordiale. Con l'energia di questo suono, Sri Adi Shakti ha creato l'universo. L'Omkar è la combinazione di tre diverse energie, A, U ed M. A è Mahakali Shakti, U è Mahasarasvati Shakti ed M è Mahalakshmi Shakti. Questa musica celestiale, primordiale, fu donata dalla Adi Shakti al signore Brahmadeva, che la donò a Shri Sarasvati. E Devi Sarasvati la passò alla Gandharva Maharashi Narad, il quale a sua volta ne fece dono ai Gandharva, ai Kingaris e agli Apsarad. The Gandharvas are
Leggiamo adesso alcuni estratti dal discorso di Shri Mataji del 1977. Il chakra del cuore è l'Omkara.
Let's now read some excerpts from Shri Mataji's 1977 speech, Heart and Omkara.
Per esempio, il verbo. Che cos'è il verbo? È il logos o cosa? Che cos'è? Che cosa comprende? Che cosa significa? Come inizia? Da dove deriva? È Om. Om deriva da 3 lettere, A, U e M. Aum. Ma non è qualcosa che si sono inventati gli esseri umani. Quando meditate, avete sentito questo Om? Voglio dire che sono proprio i 3 poteri a manifestare questi 3 suoni. Ed è così che è stata creata la sillaba Om. Per un'anima realizzata, l'Om è una cosa potentissima. Se, ad esempio, volete proteggervi, la sillaba Om da sola può proteggere. E quando questi 3 poteri si combinano in Om, si dice che soltanto il figlio o il dio del sole rappresentino l'Om nella sua forma più pura. Ecco perché nella vita di Cristo, o diciamo nella vita di una personalità che abbia rappresentato il figlio di Dio, Om è molto importante, in quanto egli incarna quell'Om. Tutti questi poteri sono in lui e nella forma più innocente. Ma soltanto quando arrivate qui trovate che tutti questi 3 poteri si combinano in questo punto, a livello dell'Agnya. Fino all'Agnya sono separati, all'Agnya si uniscono. Ecco perché è fondamentale che tutti questi 3 poteri siano controllati da Cristo. Ed è questo il motivo per cui Gesù Cristo è la deità più importante per quanto concerne i Saja Yogi. Infatti, d'accordo, l'evoluzione, ma la completa coordinazione e protezione di un essere umano sono possibili soltanto se avete tutti questi 3 poteri nelle vostre mani.
E se osservate Cristo, Cristo non è altro che totale equilibrio. È totale equilibrio nella posizione più elevata. Avete visto com'è l'equilibrio? L'equilibrio, se notate, si mantiene in una posizione più elevata, ossia al centro. Ed è così. Egli dona equilibrio e per questo egli è l'Onkara stesso, l'incarnazione dell'Onkara, poiché, come sappiamo, egli è Ganesha e Ganesha è l'incarnazione dell'Onkara. In questo suono di Omkara sono racchiusi i suoni completi degli universi, tutte le permutazioni e combinazioni, la melodia completa di questi universi in questi 3 suoni, A, U, M, si basano su Om. Anche la Kundalini, quando si muove in 3 modi, A, U, M. Infatti, nella parte inferiore è A, nella parte centrale è U e qui c'è M. Significa che nella parte inferiore dell'essere umano siamo ciò che è stato creato come materia morta. Nel centro siamo quello che è la creazione, ossia la creatività, e nel terzo è l'evoluzione. Dunque anche noi siamo divisi in 3 parti. La nostra parte superiore è M, la parte centrale è U e la parte inferiore è A. È così che siamo, e quando pronunciate Om nel modo corretto, vi accorgete che la Kundalini sale. Non c'è assolutamente nessuna differenza fra la Bibbia, Saja Yoga, il Corano e la Gita. Om funziona come niente altro. Adesso potreste chiedere dove sia la parola Om nella religione cristiana. È l'Amen. Amen non è nient'altro che Om. Infatti M è un suono nasale e termina in un suono nasale. Ed anche N è un suono nasale. In arabo è scritto Ni, sapete. E Ni con il mio nome dite Ni. Il mio nome inizia per N, scritto anche con un punto. Hanno tutti un punto.
Mi pare di avervi spiegato come, quando ebbe luogo la creazione, per prima cosa sia stato creato l'Om. Ve l'ho spiegato con la parabola, con il disegno. Ebbene, il primo suono che nacque dalla separazione, quando ebbe luogo la separazione primordiale tra le 2 entità, Dio e la sua energia, fu in quel momento che nacque il suono, e quel suono non è altro che l'Om. Quel suono esisterà e agirà fino a quando queste 2 entità si fonderanno. In quel caso non rimane alcuna relatività e quindi non c'è niente, per cui si pensa che il mondo sia scaturito dal nulla, dato che non c'è alcuna relatività. Quando diventano 2 entità in seguito alla separazione, allora esiste qualcosa. Diversamente sono una cosa sola e assoluta, e così non esiste nulla. Quando il suono si fonde o finisce o, come si dice, scompare, quello è il momento in cui l'intera creazione si fonde in un'unica azione. Quello è dunque il punto verso cui dirigersi. Questo Om è dunque un suono che comprende, parla, organizza, informa ed è il suono dell'amore divino. È la sensazione elettrica che ricevete sulle vostre mani. Questo però è il suo aspetto sonoro. Ci sono anche 5 tipi di espressione molto sottile dei 5 elementi ed essi costituiscono questo bel suono di Om. Le vibrazioni sono l'aspetto elettrico, magnetico di quel suono, a disposizione di una persona che si è realizzata. Chi è benedetto da Dio possiede un potere magnetico, attrae e può anche non parlare, ma la gente percepisce queste cose. Si rende conto che è una persona realizzata, che c'è qualcosa di speciale in lei. Si può capire subito chi è. Ciò avviene in virtù di questo suono e del magnete. Avrete sentito quel suono quando si trasforma in materia. Allo stesso modo, tutte queste cose si trasformano. Il suono diventa un magnete, il magnete diventa le vibrazioni possono diventare lo spirito. Sono dunque tutti elementi trasformabili e parti integranti della stessa cosa, della stessa energia, che è l'amore divino, che è amore. L'amore ha un suono e possiede elettricità, magnetismo ed energia. Quando tutti questi poteri sottili si riversano su un essere umano, agiscono, entrano in azione e la salute delle persone inizia a migliorare.
Portiamo adesso l'attenzione sul nostro Sasdrara ed ascoltiamo le parole della nostra Madre Divina durante il Navaratri Puja del 1992. Alla fine potremo meditare con il mantra del Sasdrara di Aruna Apte. Buona giornata a tutti.
Let's move the attention to our Sasrara and listen to the words of our Divine Mother during the Navaratri Puja of 1992. At the end, we'll meditate with the Sasrara mantra by Aruna Apte. Good day, everyone.
So you can't understand. You can't understand God. Please understand one thing, that to understand God is an impossibility. But you can be in connection with God, you can be in the company of God, you can be blessed by God, you can be looked after by God, you can know lots of things about God, but you cannot understand. This is another thing one has to know, that you cannot understand why God does these things, why He does this, why He does that. You cannot understand, you cannot explain. I mean, somebody can even say here, why did He make swastika? Then why did He make Omkara? I mean, here the people are so arrogant that they can even ask God, why did you exist? They can go to that limit, There's nothing surprising. So this arrogance, this ego has blinded us from God. We think no end of ourselves, we are very self-opinionated, and we do not know much about Him. So this power, this Shakti, is the one which has given you self-realization, will also give you God realization. But still, you will not understand God. You have to go above God to understand. How will you understand? Supposing there is something below you, you can understand. But something above you, how will you understand? Supposing somebody is down below in Kabela and wants to understand about my house, will he understand? He has to go above the Kabela to see my house. So the source from which we have come, we cannot understand. We cannot judge. We cannot say why. That is God's wish, God's desire. Whatever he. So what we have to say, whatever his wish, we'll be happy with that. And the power that is within you is Amba, is the desire power of God itself. So whatever your wish is means that his wish is that you should enter into his kingdom. Now you enter into the kingdom of God. Then the Shakti makes you sit on different beautiful positions, and some are sitting in the heart of God, some are sitting in the Sahasrara of God, in the kingdom of God. Now you should assume your power. And Navratri now, you should understand that it has now crossed the limit, and now we are on the 10th position, where you must assume. I have told you many times, now believe that you are Sajukis. Believe that you have entered into the kingdom of God. You cannot judge God. You cannot say, why she does that, why she does that, why he does that. You cannot say that. That's different. But when you sit there, then it is not an assembly. It is not like a politician fighting. No. It is that you have entered into the kingdom of God, blessed by God, looked after, protected, nourished, and made knowledgeable. But still this arrogance has to go down, that we can understand why it happens. That humility is very important for us. Otherwise, this power cannot take you beyond. Now, as it is, it has crossed the Sahasrara. Now, this power has to go higher and higher. For that, first you should be humble. Humble doesn't mean that it should be something artificial humility of a businessman or a politician. It is a humbleness is within your heart. That, oh God, we don't want to understand you, you are too great. But let us know ourselves. And then you will be amazed that he has made you like his own image. That means he has given you all the powers. He has made you. When he has made you, you cannot make him. He is the source. You cannot make him. He has made you in his own image. Now, what you can do is to make others in his image. These powers are with you. But the first thing you have to have the discipline within yourself. That is missing. People cannot discipline themselves, means if they cannot control themselves, how can they control anyone? No discipline means you cannot control yourself. So the discipline should be that first you must see that you control yourself. Because now you are in the kingdom of God. Have you seen a film called Mr. Bean, where they show a stupid man, you see? So, what happens that when you are now come to the court of the goddess, when you have entered into the kingdom of God, you are made to sit on your throne in a dignified way. But you start behaving like Mr. Bean. You don't know how to sit on your seat. You want to sit on the sides. You want to sit on the wall or do all kinds of things. There's no discipline. You have to have the discipline. Where are you sitting? You are sitting in the kingdom of God. So you should have that dignity. You should have that affection. You should have that compassion. You must have that love and the dedication. But if it is not there, then this power is useless, because you are the vehicle of that power. Supposing I have to take water, I have to have glass which is emptied inside. If it is already full with ego, what can you put inside that? Or if it is a stone, you can't drink water out of that. You will have to dig in the space for putting the water. So if you are already filled with your own idea, with your own conveniences, with your own progress, or whatever it is, only that, then you cannot rise very high. You have to surrender fully. To say that, Mother, whatever is your desire, that we do not want to have any our individual desire. Then the desire of God will work. You want Kundalini to work for you, which is the desire of God, not your desire, which is independent of your desire, but is the one which will fulfill your complete so-called desires without even your knowledge. Miracles after miracles will happen. So many miracles that now we do not know how to compile the book even on miracles. But these miracles are coming to you because you are realized souls. Your attention should be all right. You must see and introspect yourself. I am sitting in the kingdom of God. Now what is my situation? Is it worth it? Am I worth it? Am I behaving in the same manner? Or still I don't believe? If you don't believe, how can you rise? Believe means that you have seen something, you have known something which is tangible, you have got the experience of it, still you are not surrendered. If you surrender to the will of God, then everything is taken charge. It will never let you down, no question. And everything, all things which look like mountains of difficulties and obstructions, you will surpass just like an aeroplane goes over it. You won't have any problem whatsoever. So one thing, today I am very happy that this puja is done by the people from a country which is discipline is very important. That is Switzerland. But their discipline is for bad things, not for good. For example, they have a military. Who is going to go to that far-fetched place, you see, to attack? No one. Why do they have military? And compulsory military, do you know that? Because they have looted other people's money and kept them there like thugs. So all that money is in their banks and they are worried that any time you see any person can come up and demand the money and may start using the power of destruction on us. So because they are doing wrong, that's why they have a military. Out of fear, just out of fear. There is no need to have any military there. But everybody has to go to military and join the military because they are thieves of the worst type. Then secondly, they have also very much slavery of the watch, which human beings have made. God has not made. So the watch is important because they are making watches. If they are making watches and if they do not slave the watch, under the watches, who will buy their watches? They will say, what's the use of you all have watches and the way you are. So they are very disciplined. Not only, they also are, extremely, as they shown yesterday, really too much of cleanliness in them. Some of the girls who were married, I must say, I'm sorry to say this, but it is a fact, were married from Switzerland. And the reports have come that, mother, they must have been maidservants or barmaids. So I said, why? If something falls down somewhere, immediately they'll pick it up and keep it. If something, even just like in the guests, you see the guests are sitting. And they have no time to talk. There's no question of talking to each other. There's nothing. All the time they are worried about, this is getting dirty, that is getting dirty, like maid servants. Can you imagine? This has also come from the same horrible disciplining that they have. This disciplining is not divine discipline. Nature is not like that. If you see the nature, see how the nature is beautiful. You'll never find any smell there. But if human beings go and live there, then all smell start. But there is no smell. Nature looks after itself, it cleanses itself, it does everything. So for everything there's a time, must be done with little leisure. I mean, once if you have to clean the house, to clean the house. But all the time if your attention is cleaning this, make this clean, put this right, you are good for nothing. You are like a Hoover machine. And who can love such a woman who is just a Hoover machine all the time? But again, as the that Devi has all the extremes. So this is one extreme. And the another extreme is that absolutely lousiest people. That in England. Absolutely lousy, very lousy. They can live with all kinds of lousiness, and that is going to. So, this is in between one has to be. Cleanliness is for us. We are not for cleanliness. We are not paid for that. We are not maid servants. So, cleanliness has to be there. We like it, so we'll make it clean. But it should not be that everybody should be panicked about it. To be in a situation that you have no time to talk to anyone, to be nice to anyone, also no time even to meditate. Even meditating, they will be seeing round, with something's falling here, oh my God. And things like that. I wouldn't be surprised that even in the church they start doing that. There's no discipline of meditation. Discipline of meditation, of divine work, discipline of following the will of God. That's not there. Unless and that discipline comes in, what you are doing is something so mundane and stupid. Useless, wastage of your life, have no dignity for yourself. So now as Sir Yogis, we have to have that discipline of meditation. Then the power, the Samba. She knows you so well, she knows your past, she knows what sort of a person you are. Once you start introspecting and seeing within yourself, what is wrong with me? And to reach that state of complete equilibrium, what have I to do? Is to first of all, you have to meditate. There is no way out, I must tell you. There is no way. Somebody said, Mother, I have given up eating this, I have given up eating that, nothing. Mother, I do this and I stand on my head, nothing. You must meditate. And the meditation should be little bit in the morning and little bit in the evening. And don't see your watch when you are meditating. The time has to be kept for meditation, whatever it is. It takes hardly any time. I mean, even I've seen women take so much time to get ready that even 1/10 of that time, if you can give for your meditation, you will not need much makeup. Your skin will improve, your hair will improve, your face will improve, everything will work out. Don't have to use anything. Don't have to use any perfumes or anything whatsoever. Your body itself will be full of perfume. Everything will be supplied. So what we have to do is to first of all surrender to the will of God. For Sir Yogis, it's very important. Once you surrender, all your problems will solve. You surrender your problems also. I leave it to you. God, you solve the problem. You do this. It is such a precise, such an effective, such an efficient power. And above all, it loves you, cares for you. It forgives you. Even if you make mistakes, forgives, all right, it will be all right. It is wanting you all to be properly seated in your thrones enjoying your power. So whatever is needed is done with great care. So Navratri is now the 10th day of Navratri, which is the most important for all of you, is where this Param Chaitanya has become active. And by its activity, you should know it has become very powerful. And that now, anybody who tries to be nasty with you, tries to trouble you, I don't have to worry at all. It will take care of it. All wrong things you have done, all bad karmas you have done, you will be rewarded for that. No doubt. But if you are a realized soul, finished. You are not on that level. Like we can say that ordinary people can be charged with criminality. But supposing you rise to a higher status of kinghood, then nobody can charge you. You are above the law. In the same way, it has happened with you that nobody can touch you, nobody can destroy you, and nobody can hamper your progress. Only it is you who can do it. And nobody can harm me. No Rakshasa can harm me. He has never done so. But it is you who can harm me. Because in this life I have taken you into my body and I am working it out in my body. Everything, you are cleansing everything. Which is a difficult task. But in the beginning only, this power went to Adam and Eve and told them that you must have the knowledge. So that promise has to be fulfilled, and that has to be done. Though it's a very hazardous task. Especially in the West, I find it is very hazardous to make people understand that they are the part and parcel of the whole. It's a very difficult task. They talk of big, big things. I've seen people write articles nowadays that nothing is substantial, science is so limited, it has not solved our problem. All these big, big books they are writing. But if you write to them now, there we have found out something, they don't want to see. They don't want to meet you. They have nothing to do with it. So I don't know what sort of seekers they are with such a big ego balloon in front, and they are seekers. What are they seeking? The ego, the balloon, supposing you have a big balloon and you drop in the water, what will happen? The balloon will take here and there and there and here. You have no destination. In the same way, they are without any destination, saying that we are seeking, we are doing this, we are doing that. Without any destination, without any understanding, without any meaning to their life. Absolutely useless people. They are worth nothing. We have to try as much as possible how many we can say. But those who do not want to come, there is no need. There is no need for us. They have to ask for it. They have to humble down, and they have to say that we want to come to you. Then only we have. I never write any letter to anyone, please come to my program. All these gurus used to write to all the actors and musicians and all. I never write. It's just I am advertising myself. If you want to come, you can come. This advertisement also I was not willing. So you can imagine that we have now brought to the fruitfulness of the promise given long time back, that you will have the knowledge. And you have the knowledge. But with this knowledge, you should be identified and you should know that you have this knowledge. And that this knowledge can be given to others, and we can transform this world into a beautiful world and fulfill the vision of Adi Shakti. She created you for this purpose, brought you out from human level to the superhuman level for this purpose. And that is what you have to do. And if you are today worshipping me as the Jagadamba, then know that the Jagadamba itself is nothing else but Adi Shakti. And unless and until you people rise to that level of disciplining yourself in divine, like some people are still smoking, oh, it's all right, we are ordinary people, we can't. All right, get out. Don't worry about it. They'll be left behind. Useless people, where will they go? They'll be, I think, hanging in the limbo, because there isn't much space now left even in the hell. So what is going to happen to them? But all this is available to you. Only thing, you must know how to control yourself. Control your senses. In small things also we cannot control ourselves. If we cannot control our own horses, how can we reach that stage where we have to reach? So in all these small things, don't waste your energy. Just think, you have to meditate, you have to rise, and you have to give it to others. This is very much possible if you really love yourself. If you love yourself, then you have to understand that see my body, see my mind, everything is given to me by God. How beautiful it is. And now it's such a beautiful one, and it will be used by God for such a great purpose. You are molded, you are made like that up to this point, but now it is your free will, and with this free will you have to rise. With this free will you have to understand what is to be done and how to achieve that state. It is nature's reaction to things. Always. Nature reacts to things. Nature has no free will, but God reacts. And when the reaction of the God comes in, then we find all these things happening. And I wish you could listen to my tape on Vishnu Maya, which is very, very explaining why all these calamities come, why people die of these calamities. It was a very good lecture. I hope you all will listen to it and listen to it again and again. My lecture should not be just for nice one evening, but should be something you should try to understand. So whatever I am saying is the truth, is absolute truth, and is a subtle thing which none of them have said so far. Because you have got to a realization, because you are Saj Yogi, I can say this to you. May God bless.
श्री कैल की श्री सहस्रार Shri Sahasrara Swami Shri Sahasrara Swami Moksha Pradayini Mata Nirmala Namo 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 Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Sakshat Shri Shakti विमला देवी नमो 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 नमः नमो 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 नमः नमो 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 नमः नमो नमः नमो